Hey Girlie! You are listening to the Hey Girlie podcast. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Libby. Today we are just going to be kind of doing some basic introduction stuff. You're going to get to know us, you're going to get to know the podcast, what our goals are here, and really just getting this whole thing started with a bang. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. But before we get into that, how you doing, Miss Corner?
A little tired. I think I went to bed too late last night, but honestly, we
definitely
okay.
did.
I have a lot of caffeine running through my blood right now because I had that chai. I had like half of a Red Bull. We're here. We're alive.
We're thriving and surviving.
Indeed.
I'm a little tired today. We had a long night.
Because, we're party animals, clearly.
Party animals. We got home at like 11. And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm not how I used to be in my youth.
In my old age of
23.
Almost 24.
Almost 24.
Which is crazy.
My birthday's next week. But yeah, no. I was like, dang. Because our friend mentioned, like, not being able to party like we used to in college. But, like, even in college, we were partying.
To be fair, college was also, like, a year ago, 2 years ago, max.
Yeah. It was like, but here's the thing. I have noticed that, and I keep, like, talking to my coworkers about that, because I'm like, dude, there is, like, I don't know how, like, I used to be able to, like, get up, go to school for 8 hours, and then come home, do whatever, and then do it again the next day.
Well, even in high school, too, I would be able to get up at like 6, get to school, do a full day of school, then I'd have marching band practice for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Then I'd go home, stay up really late, and I could do a full day of school on 2 hours of sleep. If I get 2 hours of sleep now,
all bets are off. All bets are off. Don't talk to me. Don't look in my direction. Don't even speak.
Do not breathe at me in the wrong way, or I will actually go eat shit on you.
It's crazy though, because like, and even in college, like I was able to pull like all-nighters and stuff like that. Like I was able to function. I have to do that, and I'm out for like 2 days.
Like honestly, I think it's just purely spite at that point.
Literally. It's like, crazy. It's survival.
I know. No, truly. I just think it's funny. It's like, we can't party like we did in college, but I know people today still who are, again, like 23, 24, and they're still going out consistently every Friday night doing like Friday to Saturday night benders. They're getting super drunk. They're getting like big parties, and they're fine for the work week. I can't even go out one night a week and be like, man, I wasted a Saturday. I only have Sunday left. No. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I wish it were me, but also I don't, because I love my bed.
Yeah. I like my tea time.
I'm such a night owl. My
quiet time.
But for like a quiet time reason, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. I just like having my face mask, my cozy pajamas, my sleep shirt.
It's like, no one talk to me after 10 p.m.
No, for real. No, once it hits 10 p.m., I'm turning on my ASMR and I'm like going to
tired. No one interact with me for the rest of the night.
On God. Oh, there's a really cute dog. He's in a little sweater. Anyways, we are filming right by like a walking trail, so I can just see dogs going past.
Yeah. But glad you're doing well.
Yeah, glad you're doing
well. We're here.
We're in it together.
We're thriving.
we're breathing. But yeah, do we want to just kind of get into introductions and stuff?
Yeah. You go first.
Fire me go first.
You get the gauntlet.
Oh dear. Okay. So hi.
The talking stick. We should have got a stick from outside.
We could bedazzle it.
I have the talking stick.
Shut your mouth. But yeah. So as mentioned, hi. My name is Libby. This is where I blank on everything interesting about myself ever. But yeah, my name is Libby. Just a little bit about me. I am 23 years old, about to be 24 in July. I am a science teacher. I teach middle school. So save all of your comments and say, oh my God, you teach middle school? You're so brave. I know. They're perfect to me. So keep your comments. I appreciate the sentiment.
I know.
So like I said, science teacher. I have a little bit of witchy tendencies to me. I do love that whole kind of vibe, I guess. I have a lot of respect for that. I also am just full of whimsy. I'm a big nerd. I like the quirky stuff. I did improv in college. Yes, I know.
You can tell.
Yeah. You can definitely tell. And I'm an only child, so that really does not help. But I did improv in college. I'm an only child. I got ADHD. I got a lot going on in my brain at any given time, and you will come to tell how big of an impact that has on my life. But yeah, kind of just your resident little nerd. I like all things fantasy. I love games, and yeah, that's me.
Fun.
Little quirky weirdo.
Fun. Hi, my name's Sierra. You don't need to know more than that. Yeah.
Girl.
Cool. No, I'm Sierra. I am 23, going to be 24 next week. Yay. I really like, I don't know, I like a lot of stuff. Like, I can't, like, I'm very, like, I'm willing to, like, try a lot of different things. So I always, like trying. Oh, I will say I really enjoy, like, two of the things that I've always loved is cooking and baking.
Yes, clearly.
I made, yesterday I made a homemade chocolate cake for the first time. And it turned out fantastic,
I'm really
I will say.
To try it.
It was phenomenal. Betty Crocker, you better watch your back. And yeah, it was really cool. So I really like that. I've also got a sourdough starter going. So my cousin gave me, because she's really into sourdough, and she gave me a part of her starter, and I've been feeding it for a week. So I'm going to eventually get to the sourdough. But I fear that my first sourdough loaf is going to be those ones that are like flat. I'm just so compact.
I feel like it's better than just when you open it up and it's just raw on the inside. Like it's
or when you open it up and it's like hollow.
Yeah, you'll get there.
One of those three are going to happen to me at one point.
It's not going to be a good first time.
Dang it.
I can't wait until you make like a perfect loaf your first time. Then I can be like, I told you so.
Yeah. And then, because that is like something, if I master sourdough, I can conquer it all.
Truly.
But yeah, so I really like baking. I really like cooking. I love writing. Writing is very fun for me. I actually have a poem that got published.
Oh, cheers!
Long time ago in high school. Yeah, that's one of my pride and joys. I really enjoy movies and film and TV and learning about all that. That's why one of my I got a minor in film studies in college, so that was like a huge thing for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I also am a huge fan. Well, actually, I will say I'm becoming a bigger fan of theater. And that is a huge influence because of her. Because I did like some shows here and there, like, you know, the classes like Mamma Mia and like all of the, you know, ones. But I definitely have like grown more in the theater. So I was like, yeah, because we went to New York last fall.
It was like November or something.
Yeah, and we saw Death Becomes Her, and I had seen the movie, and I really loved the movie.
Such a campy movie.
So I was very interested to see what the show was going to be like, and I really liked it. It was fantastic.
That was my first like full Broadway show too. I had seen a lot of stuff at our local theater, but like the touring theater, I guess.
Yeah,
because we live near a theater that tours a bunch of Broadway shows. But that was my first like on Broadway show. So it's cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. But it was really interesting to see because I've seen like especially the high school that I went to was like a very like pretty big like musical theater program. And I remember all the like shows that they did. I'm not gonna lie, the shows they did towards like the end of my high school career were like not as good, I thought. But like the first couple shows they did were actually pretty good.
Solid. Anyway, speaking of Monty Python and all that kind of stuff, I think that's kind of a good segue into like, you know, we wanted to talk about some of our favorite things, so we could probably just start by talking about our favorite movies and stuff.
Yes, we can.
What was that?
Sorry, something fell.
Oh, and there's another doggy. Ugh, delightful. Anyways, so favorite movies. Do you want to start or shall I?
You got it, girl.
Okay. So I had to write these down because I am somebody who forgets my favorite things all the time. But my all-time favorite movie, and I have rewatched this easily 15 plus times, is the animated Anastasia movie from like the 90s. I don't know. Like Disney movies for me, I was never like really into, but Anastasia hit that niche for me where I was like, a lost princess. A boy from the kitchens, they fall in love. Spoilers, I guess, for Anastasia, but
Princess.
it's been years.
Who would have thought?
But I love that movie so much. And then I also quite enjoy like the Lord of the Rings movies. That's kind of where my lore started, if you will. It's my love of fantasy. I do enjoy very much.
My lore started.
Yeah, I do very much like enjoy a good world building situation, and those movies are peak. I love them; they're delightful. And I am somebody who does not think the Hobbit movies were trash. I think they're actually pretty good. It's actually quite a big discourse. Some people just don't believe that the Hobbit movies are that great. And I
Really?
think they are. But whatever. I also enjoy.
Wait, so it's Lord of the Rings movies and then The Hobbit?
Yeah, so Lord of the Rings came out first and then The Hobbit. But The Hobbit is like
Got it.
a prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, so it's kind of like Star Wars in that sense, where
Yes,
the
exactly.
first series came out and then the second series.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
ma'am. But yeah, no, Lord of the Rings, love it, fantastic. I also really do enjoy like a good chick flick. Mean Girls is up there for me. I've seen that 100 times over. I love that movie. And then also something like The Breakfast Club.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us. I quote that thing so much.
What is it? What does she say when she's in front of the class saying with Caesar?
Oh, where she's going up.
Caesar!
I say that so much too. Like, I'll be in the middle of teaching,
Caesar!
and I'll get like on a tangent, and then to end the tangent, I'll just go, and we should just stab Caesar! And they're like, corner.
Oh my gosh.
Chill.
Woman, calm down.
Chill.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. So obviously,
this is a science class.
Just chill, man. What are we doing? We were just talking about biology. It's genetics. Chill. So
relax.
Yeah, Mean Girls has like infected my brain, and then so has The Breakfast Club, one of my favorite 80s movies. And I know it's a basic pull, but it's basic for a reason. I love that movie.
That's true. I'm not gonna...
It's such a classic, and I don't know, it just has a nice place in my heart.
I always think of The Breakfast Club. Always reminds me of our first D&D campaign.
It was so Breakfast
Club. It literally was Breakfast Club.
If anything, my character was just the Molly Ringwald stereotype.
Oh, for sure.
The little princess.
For sure.
I can put lipstick on with my boobs. Like.
For sure. Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. But yeah, no, I love those. And then I do enjoy a good comedy. So the last one I think I'm going to pull up is Monty Python. Just because that's kind of what
Python and the Holy Grail.
I love Holy Grail. Such a good movie. But Life of Brian is right up there with it. There's something so endearing about the story of Jesus Christ, but told in the point of view of this dude named Brian who's trying to take down the Roman Empire. Like, Brian. It's so good. And he gets crucified at the end, and now they're all singing on their crosses. It's so funny. I love it. My dad and I watch them all the time.
Lovely.
So. But yeah, those are mine. I've been napping. Yeah, no, they're delightful.
That's so funny. Yeah. Well, mine are like when I was writing the list down. I have too many, but to like categorize them, I typically go for a lot of like 80s, 90s, early 2000s movies.
I think that was a really good
era. I put on my list. I put When Fools Rush In, which is actually, it's my mom's favorite, one of my mom's favorite movies, and she made me watch it with her, and I absolutely love it, and I think it's really good. I also really love Salma Hayek, and Matthew Perry was in it.
Ooh, okay.
So it was a really cute story. But When Fools Rush In, Pretty Woman, I also really love.
Good movie.
Like early Julia Roberts, like. Yep. Is it? No, it's not really early. Like when I think like was her like peak career
peak.
point,
Yeah.
where it was like, all right, she was in everything. Because I like Pretty Woman, Erin Brockovich, Sleeping with the Enemy.
Ooh.
What else is she in? She's in like a lot.
She's in a lot of movies.
But Mystic Pizza, like all of those are like ones that I really like. But Dead Poet Society,
a classic.
And I just recently found that on VHS. And I was so excited. And it was sealed. It was $5.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
And it was fantastic. And that it was literally one of the biggest movies that I was looking for on like a physical copy.
Right.
And I finally found it and I was so happy about it.
I would be too. It's a phenomenal movie.
Oh Captain, My Captain.
Oh Captain,
that
My
literally
Captain.
changed my like entire perspective.
That's your lore.
That's my lore. That's my Roman Empire.
That's my Roman Empire.
No, but I will honestly say that probably like helped fuel like me wanting to be a writer.
Really?
In a sense,
okay.
Yeah. That and a combination of a English teacher I had in high school.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I love Dead Poet Society. I think it's fantastic. Practical Magic, which I just showed her Practical Magic last year because she had never seen it, and it was fantastic. Those are another two is Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
Yes,
in that movie particular,
flawless,
phenomenal. I love them.
Really good movie. I should have put that on my list too. That climbed its way up very quickly.
It's a fantastic movie. 2 is coming out, and I'm curious. We will probably do a talk about it on here.
Probably.
Because I am very curious how they're going to... Well, I also found out that it's a book series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was actually trying to find the book because I was at the store the other day and I was trying to find the book. I couldn't find it, but I'm curious because, yeah, it's a book series. I believe it's like a trilogy. It's like 3-part.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah. Because at least from what I gathered from the book, at least, so... the daughters grow up and one of the daughter and essentially is like the same thing kind of happening over again.
Okay.
But in this time it's the daughters that are happening to it. So then Sally and her sister Jillian have to like help them. I may be wrong about that, but that's what I kind of gathered a little bit from that. But yeah. Oh, and then The Princess Diaries.
Classic.
Which is always a fantastic movie.
I very much enjoy those.
I love The Princess Diaries. They're so fun. And that one also comes out this year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're getting so many like 2000s comebacks.
Anne Hathaway especially is having a phenomenal year this year because she has that one. She has Princess Diaries 3, I believe.
Yep.
She has what's the one with Christopher Nolan's? Everyone's in it.
I'm blanking on the name on that one, but I know what you're talking about.
But because it's The Odyssey. No, is it The Odyssey? No, it's not The Odyssey.
She's in The Odyssey, yeah. Because
is it The Odyssey?
She's Penelope.
Is that the movie that's coming? Yeah,
I think so. Is it Christopher Nolan? Am I dumb?
The Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It like has her, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, and Zendaya, all of them. Yeah, that one comes out. Yeah,
I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, me too. So they have that one. She has that one, and then The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Right. Jesus.
And I think like a couple other ones too. Like she's having a phenomenal. She's getting that bag.
She's getting that bag.
And you know what? Slay. Good for her.
Slay girl.
But yeah, those are a bunch of my favorites. I have like a lot, and I will talk about a lot more of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about some of our favorite movies, which is more like your territory. Now I want to segue into like your
territory.
No, I'm not saying you're not a bookworm, but we're going to segue into like
I'm not as big of a bookworm as you are. I like to read, love my books.
I'm a different beast.
My
mother raised me to be a book. Did I ever tell you that? My mother raised me to be a bookworm, essentially.
I remember you mentioning she was like, I was co-creating this sculpting. No, she was sculpting you from clay.
I am a nature versus nurture, like textbook example. My mom, she used to every day, one, because I was a level 10 clinger child, so she needed a break. But she would put me in my room for like 10 minutes a day and say, okay, girl, it's quiet time. You need to like just settle down, which hilarious. And she would make me like read a book while I was in there or something. And not like, you need to sit, you're not coming out until you are done. I loved reading. So
She's like, it's quiet time.
it's quiet time, girl.
You do whatever you want
Now,
to do.
it would be a mix of me reading or listening to the Josh Groban Christmas album on repeat, even in the middle of like
During the
August.
summer.
I just loved the little drummer boy.
You're like having Christmas in July in your own room for 10-minute quiet
much.
time.
Is either that or the Rankin and Bass Rudolph album. And somehow I
Your
was
mom's
shocked
like,
by getting a
why am I
diagnosis.
hearing Deck the Halls over?
Yeah, no, she was very
Playing from
surprised
down
to
the
hear
hall.
that I got a diagnosis. Like, I don't believe it. I'm like, well,
I don't believe it. Well,
considering I needed quiet time and I would not stop listening to Rudolph or Josh Groban.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Yeah,
had
but
a very shiny nose.
let's talk books. What are some of your favorites? As somebody who you're like, I like to read.
I've read a lot of good books. I, for the life of me, can't think of them off the top of my head. I really like The Night Circus.
Yes.
That was one of the first books that I kind of helped me get back into reading. Because I was like, it was during COVID. So
Fascinating.
I wasn't like that where I was like, my brother was always the reader out of both of us. And he especially loved like all of the Percy Jackson series. Like that was his thing.
Yes.
And so he was a huge reader. I wasn't a big reader. And my mom was a huge reader. So we always had books around. But it wasn't until like I had gotten during COVID where I was like, I stumbled upon Book Talk.
Oh dear.
And I just got some recommendations from them and I got them off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And I just started reading. And that was
Good
like,
for you.
But The Night Circus was one of the first books I ever read that got me really back into reading.
For sure.
And I think that also helped me understand like what kind of genres I liked at the time.
Yeah.
So like, because that one is like definitely more fantasy.
Indeed.
But like The Night Circus, I also am branching out into a lot of more different genres. So I watched. I did watch the movie, but I read Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, okay.
And that one I really enjoyed. And that one's a trilogy. So I have the second and third book I have to start reading.
Weren't you reading that on the New York trip?
Was I?
You might have been. I don't remember.
I might have finished it on the New York trip.
Okay.
But
oh no, it was Hocking Hills.
Oh yeah, it was Hocking Hills.
That's what it was.
That's what I was reading. Yes. But yeah, no, I really like that one. That was a good one as well. I really am fond of like Japanese literature.
Okay.
I found out as well because I like The Days at the Murasaki Bookshop.
Yeah.
The Cat Who Saved Books, which is one of my favorite ones.
I read that one from your recommendation.
Yes.
Good.
That one, because what I like about those books in particular is that they're very small. They're more like novellas.
Thin. Yeah.
But they're like easy reads. They're very beautiful stories.
Yeah.
And they can get you out of a reading slump. Very
Indeed.
like easy.
For sure. I usually go to those when I'm like, I just can't read, man. Because I'm reading
read.
these like 800-page books and I'm just like, I'm so tired.
My brother is reading like all of Brandon Sanderson's like the Stormlight Archives, I believe. And he is like
huge.
Those books are bricks.
Like I'm terrified to get through Mistborn, and I've been slowly picking my way through that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
those are some of my. I have a lot more. I just can't think off the top of my head.
That's where we're at.
Those are the ones that I like for sure know that I really enjoy. What about you?
I was somebody who held on. I was somebody who held on to young adult fantasy for a very long time, or like teen books.
Yeah.
So a lot of my favorites still rest in that young adult and like teen category. So for me, I like protested reading for a very long time. I was really into it, and then accelerated reading tests became a thing, if y'all know what those are. And I just didn't like testing what I was reading. So I stopped reading for a bit. And then my mom introduced me 2 teen dystopian novels. One was The Hunger Games, And I'm still such a huge fan of those today, especially with like Sunrise on the Reaping having just come out.
Yep.
And I just did my yearly reread of the Hunger Games series. I feel like just finished it. But she did the Hunger Games, and I read the Selection series, which was one of my favorites for a really long time. And that kind of got me back into it. But one of my favorites, and then I recommend this to like all of my students and all of my friends. Some people have problems with the author, and I get that. But yeah, I know. But the series Throne of Glass is still one of my favorite fantasy series to this day. Like, A Court of Thorns and Roses is her other series, and it's fine. I have nothing against it. I read it. It was enjoyable. But Throne of Glass was so well done, and it's one of those fantasy series that isn't romance-focused. I mean, like, there's definitely an aspect to it.
Yeah.
But I liked that it was just world building, really solid story. I liked the cast of characters. They had good motivations. I hated a lot of them for the best reasons. Like, just really good series for me. And I keep going back to it all the time. But with that, in that same kind of area, I started shifting towards like a fantasy horror for a bit. It's always something I've enjoyed. So Pan's Labyrinth is one that comes to mind frequently. Guillermo del Toro, he is a phenomenal author. He just writes everything in the scariest way possible, but keeps it really realistic, where it's not focused on like gore and jump scares. He more uses like the horrors of war and like characterization to get you freaked out. It's just, beautiful story. If you haven't read it, please, for the love of God, do.
That's what and I would like to do like an episode about like horror and the like horror genre of things. Yeah. Because I'm very fond of when authors and people like do that, where it's not necessarily like gory, killing people left and right horror. Right. It's like, this is like kind of psychological horror. Yes. Like this is something that could happen. And it just messes you up.
Well, because it was based, I believe, in Argentina. I think. It was a Spanish speaking country. But it was all about, I think, World War I or II. It's been a while since I've read it. But it's based out of a war. And it talks about the fantasy aspect of like the fawn and like in the labyrinth, but it also talks about like how her father is a general and like how that affects the household.
Realistic things that
I sobbed. That book, whenever I recommend it to people, I say it made me ill, like literally. But it was so good. Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, highly recommend. On the same realm of fantasy horror, I've been recently getting into that again, but for more adult fantasy. So I just finished Red Rabbit, which is a fantasy western horror. Really good book. And then I also read The Starving Saints, which is a medieval fantasy horror. So two kind of opposites, but really scary, gory books, but really good. And then my last one. This is a nonfiction book, and it literally changed my life. It is up there with one of my top 3 favorite books ever.
102 Ways to Go Bird Watching.
Girl, Jesus. I do love birds, but I'm not that obsessed. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's funny. I love birds. But it's called The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. And I did not read it as a physical book. I listened to it as an audiobook. And it was meant to be read to you like that. It's just each chapter
I feel like are.
Yeah. It's a book that is, each chapter is a different essay on some aspect of human life. But it's the randomest shit. So, like, you had a chapter on Mario Kart, then you had a chapter on tuberculosis, then you had a chapter on ginkgo trees, and, like, some random hot dog stand in the Netherlands. Like, he reads it himself, too. My favorite chapter from that is the Old Lang Syne chapter, because I'm someone who gets really emotional around New Year's, especially with that song.
Yeah.
That chapter made me cry so hard in the car on my way home. And he just explains like that deep-seated nostalgia that you have for the year, and like how you have people in your life that are here with you through your adult years, or the people who have gotten you to this point. You never forget any, but it was beautifully written. So I need you to read that at some point. Or listen to it. Please listen to it. It's on Spotify. It's delightful.
Fantastic.
Yeah, those are my favorites, and I could go on about them forever. And I probably will go on about them again.
We most likely will.
Indeed.
It is a genre that I will say, while we equally like books, you are very much
I'm passionate about
the
that.
avid reader in between us.
I mean, I am trained to be an English teacher as well, so
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay, so next on the docket, let's talk some music. We've kind of gotten our visual and like reading stuff, but let's go music. I kind of warned you about this in advance, but just for starters, how would you describe your music taste?
Diverse.
Okay.
Diverse in like the fact that like I literally will give anything a listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I even like there are very limited artists that I actually actively like follow. Like
right.
Whenever they release a new like album, like everything, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. Like there are very limited artists that I'm like that with, but like I will literally listen to like any genre or anything. I'd at least give it a try.
Okay, fair.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, just very... And I also listen to, like, a lot of different, like... I listen to Latin music, K-pop, regular pop, rock, classical, like, literally everything on the
absolutely same.
But what about you?
I, as much as I would also say kind of diverse, I think you can summarize my music taste as just folksy. I'm somebody who wants to pretend like I just live in the mountains or in the woods, away from society. I just
tucked away.
I know exactly. I like the folksy music where it's very like acoustic heavy.
Yeah,
but also I could describe my music taste as like dad rock because I love the 70s and the 80s. I love it. I do kind of diverge into other music genres.
Yeah,
but all of my favorite most of my favorite artists lean folksy, like indie folk. So
yeah, I can see that because a lot of we have some similar artists that we really both enjoy, but yeah, I also get a lot of my music taste from my parents.
Okay,
so like my dad especially, he was really into music. He was a lot into like the 70s and 80s.
Fair.
And my mom was a lot into like 80s and 90s, so that was like all I grew up listening to, like in the car, like anywhere. Like it was always like that kind of music. So
right, mine is really weird. I did not get my music taste from my parents. I mean, a little bit of it, like that same thing with like the 70s and 80s rock. But originally my favorite genre was like the emo punk music. My favorite band for a long time was Set It Off, which is
lovely.
It's very...
Well, I think I remember you last night talking to me about you went like through an emo phase.
I did. Like, it was a fake emo phase. I didn't dress like it. I didn't act like it. But a lot of my friends were emo.
Not a phase, Mom.
So, yeah. So I basically just pretended to be emo, but then I started liking a lot of the music. But for some reason... Well, no. It makes sense in my head. I went straight from emo to folk. But the artists I listened to are like folk emo, where it's like Noah Khan is one of my big artists that I listen to.
Yeah.
We joke and call him the patron saint of divorced parents. So like,
you know what? Fair enough. I could say, yeah.
My parents are not divorced, but I like his music, and I feel like it's akin to a lot of what emo music used to be. But anyway, speaking of favorite artists, do you want to list some of your favorites?
Noah Khan, like you had said.
I love that man.
Obviously one of them. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for his new album. He's one of the artists that I would like actively follow.
I know.
Hosier, which is a huge one. It was actually you that got me into that. Yeah. And I went and saw it with you.
Yeah.
2 summers ago?
Oh my god, it was like 2024.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy. Unreal on Earth, baby.
Yep. So... Hosier, I'm really, really into Olivia Dean right now.
Yep.
That is a huge one. I was so happy that she won her Grammy.
I know. I'm so proud.
And that album, The Art of Lovin', is just absolute fantastic.
Delightful.
That is pure, like, just, it is just amazing. And I absolutely love Olivia Dean. I think she's fantastic. So, Olivia Dean. I really like Novo Amor, which is like Novo Amor and Cigarettes After Sex are both like it's a very specific genre of music.
Yes.
It is very mellow, very calm, but I love it because it is just like, especially just listening to it at like night to like just calm you
I was just
down.
gonna say it's good night driving.
It's fantastic because it's just like, okay, I'm at peace.
Right.
I'm in my element. I'm okay. And then that one. So those are like both are really, really. Actually, they have like consistently been on my Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Like 2 years in a row now, because I always just listen to it when I'm just okay, I'm calming.
Oh, we're chilling out.
And then I'm also really into Latin music.
Oh yeah,
as you know. So my girl, Carol G, Becky G. I also really like Bad Bunny. I also really like Fedcho, aka Fade. He's been on the music scene for a long time, especially in the reggaeton genre, but he really like in the past like couple years, like kind of like how Carol G and all of them are.
Yeah.
They really just kind of trailblazed this past couple years.
For sure.
And so yeah, I really love my Mexican, my Latina, my Latinos, music artists. So I really like that. And like I said, I listen to like everything and anything under the sun.
Right.
So I have too many. But what about you?
Yeah, I definitely also listen to just a ton of individual artists. I have a lot of favorite really small artists, or not really small, but more niche artists. But some of my bigger ones, I love Hozier. I am the way to Hozier that people are to Taylor Swift. I am to that Irish man.
Hozier.
I'm not weird about it, I promise. I'm not parasocial, but just his music to me is so well written, so well composed, and just it was a literal religious experience for me seeing him in concert. Sierra can attest.
I got done taken to church.
I was taken to church. But she can attest. One of his songs, Abstract Psychopomp, it is my favorite song. It was raining at his concert. We were outside, so it started raining. He starts singing it. I just start sobbing within the first like 2 notes.
And I was like behind. So no, I was in front of you. You, and then she was behind me, and then our other friend was next to them. And it was just like I turn around and you're just sobbing, and I was like, "Oh, girl, what just happened?"
We did that, and then the dinner and diatribes transition.
Oh, and then they're screaming in my ear, and I'm like, "Oh, dang!" And mind you, I was not a fan of Hozier until I met her. I have heard some of his songs, but I was not a huge fan of his. So this was like very like first experience Hozier, and those two behind me were just going crazy,
going absolutely
and I was
nuts.
like, "What in the world is going on?"
Bonkers. So I love Hozier. He has consistently for the past 5 years been my number one artist, and I have not gotten under like top 0.1% of listeners.
Dang.
Which is maybe a bragging point, maybe not, but I love that guy. He's great. I also like Noah Khan. I'm very excited to go see his tour. We are the lucky ones.
We are going to go see him.
We won the Ticketmaster war. I'm so excited. But yeah, we're going to go see him. That's going to be great. Then I've also been listening to this band called Rains for like the past year.
Oh.
They're a little bit smaller, but they do lie on the folksy side of things.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs from them is called Goldfish. I'm actually wearing the bracelet I made for their concert on it. But they're just fun. They're really good. Like I said, smaller artists, so the tickets were like $30. And it's at a bar. I love those types of venues for concerts.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
I really like that.
And then another smaller artist I like is called Mads Buckley. She made a couple popular TikTok songs like back in 2019.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. She released a new album either last year or somewhere around there. It was called My Love Is Sick, and it's just a beautiful album. I have it on vinyl and I listen to it like all the time.
Oh, lovely.
Delightful yearning playlist.
Also, Gigi Perez, who will be opening for Noah Khan.
Yep.
And I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be so good. And then my last one I want to talk about is like a complete diversion from my folk and like yearning tendencies. And just Sabrina Carpenter. I love her.
Her like complete revamp of everything. It was just like
so good.
Beautiful.
I know. And like her music, a lot of people complain like sounds the exact same across both albums. But I've been listening to her for a little bit. Like, I've been here for a good while.
Yeah.
But
I was here when Can't Blame a Girl for Trying was trending.
Anybody remember Thumbs? Anybody
Thumbs? Eyes Wide Open?
Their thumbs. Yeah, we don't forget that. But her new albums that she's dropped, so Short and Sweet and Man's Best Friend.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Again, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for like 5 years. We live together. We have a cat. I sing to those songs. I can relate to them. But
he's just looking at you like,
I do that for like a lot of breakup songs too. It's like, no, they're vibes. I promise.
I just feel it in my
adore
soul.
you and love you. But these are vibes.
No, but yeah, the Sabrina Carpenter really has just like,
oh yeah,
transcended.
Yeah,
as I keep saying for some reason. But yeah, no,
she's hit her peak. She's doing good.
Yeah,
I'm mad that she got like low-key kind of snubbed for a Grammy, but
yeah,
but she'll get there.
She'll get there eventually.
She's gonna do good.
I feel like she's doing well. She
is. But I do have a lot of other like smaller music tastes and stuff that I do want to talk about at some point on here because music is very important to me.
Yes. What I forgot to mention was also Lord Huron.
Lord Huron, yeah. I feel like I complete the folksy trifecta.
Yeah.
Lord Huron, Noah Kahn,
and Hosier.
Mm-hmm. Mumford and Sons is also up there for me. They just released Prize Fighter.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And Hosier's on it too, right?
Yep. He sings Rubber Band Man with them.
Oh, I love
really
that song.
Good song. So yeah. I love folk. I love it.
It's a fun genre, and it's a lot of
Last thing before I kind of like drift on from that, I also, whenever I'm feeling sad, I just listen to traditional Irish music. So like you get the violins and the flutes. You cannot be sad.
She starts doing the Irish jig in the kitchen.
It's in my blood. So
it is.
Little Irish lady.
Little Irish lady.
But yeah,
she like that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's our music taste. That's what we like.
Oh, I found hair on my sock.
Ew. All right. Well, next we're going to be talking about our favorite hobbies and things that we enjoy and like to do. So, Miss Corna, start us off, my lady.
This feels like we're speed dating with people. Just like, so what's your favorite hobby?
What's your favorite hobby? What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, first off, I'm a Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon, Leo Rising. Which is actually what. But anyways, hobbies.
I'm a Pisces.
I didn't ask.
I don't care.
I literally could care less.
Get me out of here.
But
I'm sorry, I forgot where I asked.
But anyways, hobbies. So for me, my big one, as you all don't. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
I talked about how I am a Lord of the Rings girly. I'm a fantasy girly. D&D makes me
your outlet.
It's so good. I miss improv a lot, and D&D kind of fills that niche for me. So I've been playing since high school. I really picked it up my junior year with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
We didn't get through like a whole campaign by any means, but then I kind of really got into it with our one friend during college because, we had that all girly campaign. We had our breakfast club style.
Yeah.
And after that, I kind of just kept doing campaigns. And now I am playing in two, one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and I DM one on Sundays, which I am going to do right after we are done recording this.
Yeah, we have D&D tonight.
But yeah, no, D&D is hype. I very much enjoy being a player, but also I very much enjoy DMing for it. It gets my need out to write, which was going to be another hobby that I do. I'm a big writer. But yeah, D&D is one of my big hobbies, I would think. And it's nice that we get to do it together.
Yeah, because I'm in the same campaigns. Two of them that I am in. And then that's actually how we met, too.
Indeed. Yeah, that's where our
lore starts in college, that fateful night that we got put in a campaign. Because my childhood best friend asked me, so I tried to get into it in middle school, but I was just not having it. It was just something that I was like, I don't know about this. No. And then in college, our friend was putting together that campaign, and they were like, "Hey, you want to join?" And I only knew two people, my friend and one of their friends. I did not know anyone else, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I don't know about this." But yeah, we did it, and look where we are now.
I know. Yeah, I knew one person, and that was the host, our friend. And I swear to God, I sat in my car and debated faking a migraine and just leaving because I was so anxious to meet new people.
Where is this going?
But it went well, obviously. And now I am doing a podcast with one of them, and we are still in that same party. We still play with everybody.
Yeah, essentially.
Like that started in 2022, I think. Yeah. So it's been about 4 years.
We've known each other since 2022.
Which is crazy.
Yep.
People you meet in college, am I right?
People you'll meet.
But yeah, D&D is one of those big ones for me. I talk about it a lot. Then writing is another one. Obviously, I write for our campaign. I have to get the story put together, the encounters. But I do like writing short stories on my own.
Yeah.
It just gets the little creative twinge out for me. But I also do enjoy reading, like I mentioned. So those two kind of tie together. But I also really like crafting. I'm a crafty girly, whether it's making friendship bracelets, crocheting, painting. I love watercolor painting. It's so fun. And I've been getting into scrapbooking after we made those what are they called? Vision boards, like with the collaging stuff. Yeah. I've been getting really into scrapbooking and collaging.
Yeah, it's a fun outlet.
I like it. It's really fun.
Scrapbooking, I feel like, is a very lost art now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because I remember my mom, like, she has, like, some old scrapbooks that, like, she, like, took a scrapbooking class one time.
Right.
And made these scrapbooks. Like,
I love it.
It's, like, a very old lost art form that I think is always so cool.
Yeah.
I actually, for my little baby cousins, I, like, for their first birthdays, I made them scrapbooks, kind of detailing their first year.
Cute.
So that was, like, a gift I gave all of them. But
that's delightful.
Yeah, I also think, like, I'm genuine, like, if someone, like, makes me a scrapbook of, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh,
you put so much time and effort. That's the stuff I like to do, is the homemade gifts. I make cards for people, or I used to. I kind of fell out of it, but I'm getting more into it again. But I make cards, whether it's watercolor or acrylic paints or scrapbook, whatever it is. I just think the homemade stuff is a lot more meaningful.
Yeah, because just like, oh, you spent time and effort on this.
You thought about me.
I'm going to cry. I'm literally going to cry right now.
Literally going to cry.
But yeah, no, that's really cute.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. And then kind of my last big thing, I think, is traveling. I know it's hard to have travel as a hobby because, it's expensive. But I'm not bougie. I don't get paid that much. But I do
don't know
like
how many times I have to tell you, but I am above the poverty line.
Sometimes it depends for me, really. We have a house, we have a cat, we're fine, but travel, anyways. Before I get into my whole tangent on that's a different thing. I do like travel. I've been out of the country a few times. I've gone to Canada a bunch with my family. We went to the Bahamas for a family's wedding. It was really weird. But we went to the Bahamas. We went to Jamaica and all that stuff. And then my most recent, like, abroad trip was going to Ireland, which I had mentioned before. But, I had always wanted to go there. And it was gorgeous. And I crave going back all the time.
Ireland.
If anything, to see the magpies.
Yep.
And maybe to do it without pneumonia this time.
That is true.
That sucked. For those of you who don't know, obviously you wouldn't.
Those of you who don't know, our entire audience.
The entire audience. But I got really, really, really sick before we went to Ireland back in 2024. And I had, like, consistent fevers. I kept coughing. We checked. It wasn't COVID. So we could travel. At least I thought so. I wanted to be responsible.
Yeah.
And not, But when I got there, it just got worse. And we had to hunt down a urgent care at the middle of the night, right before they closed. It was like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph going to the, like, stable. Like, please take us in. And this doctor told me that I had like a chest infection and my lungs were like not performing well. So half of the time I was in Ireland, so 5 of the 10 days, I was on a steroid pack, an antibiotic, and then just like an anti-cough medicine. So I was taking like 4 pills every morning and night, and then we would get on a bus and then just, oh, let's go hike the cliffs of Moher. Let's go tour Killarney. Like, you know, it was nuts. It was so fun.
But you still did it.
And I arguably had the most morale out of both me and my parents. I was keeping everybody
fair enough
together.
You need to boost the morale here.
I did. But aside from that, I do like hometown travel where it's like, you know, we can go down to Hocking Hills or up to the Upper Peninsula, or you know, I go down to South Carolina most summers and we stop at the national parks. So just getting out of my comfort zone and seeing new places, usually with a lot of nature and like forests or cliffs or, you know, new geography. Yeah. That's kind of my big go-to.
Yeah. That's essentially the same hobbies I have. I honestly, I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like to write. I like to read. Travel. A lot of my, especially like during like my childhood, like we didn't like get to travel like too much, like, you know, big trips, but we took a lot of like small trips. Like I had my grandma and one of my aunts used to live in Akron, so we used to drive there. And then I have like a bunch of cousins in California, and it's just like these places that we like got to go to, even though for they were smaller trips, but they were still fun.
Right. Really good trips. I just like to relax. I like to see new places. I just like to try new food. That's kind of my big thing.
Yeah.
With going, even in America, you have different states that are like well known for different foods.
Texas barbecue.
I was just going to say Tennessee barbecue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my God. I lived in Tennessee for a number of years, and their barbecue there is just astounding. Even if you pull off to like those ramshackle shacks on the side of the, oh my God.
I kid you not. One of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever been to was in Burbank, California. We had like just gotten off the plane.
Yeah.
We were meeting with my cousin, and she's like, hey, I have a Mexican restaurant, because we were all starving too at that point. Of course. And so we go, and it's called, I think it was called like Beer and Cheese. And it lit up from the outside. It looked like it was like closed or like an abandoned building.
Right.
But I swear this was the best Mexican food I ever had.
It's always those like ramshackle places that are.
They're just
the second time I've used that word. But like they are
ramshackle.
It's the same thing with like Chinese restaurants, Mexican restaurants, the barbecue places. It's just like, oh my God. Like, oh, you guys put more care into the food. They're like, you are worried about making quality food. It doesn't matter what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside.
What's on the inside right here.
Oh God, now I want food. I didn't have breakfast before this, and now I'm like,
I'm hungry.
I'm a little hungry.
I'm ravenous.
I have ravioli waiting for me at home. Okay. So for this last part of the episode, because we are starting to wrap up, I think we should talk about what this podcast is in general. So we've talked about ourselves, who we are, but like, what is this podcast? So I guess we could first just start off. Who is this addressed for? Like, who are we trying to cater to?
I think like for what this podcast is and what we want, like essentially from this podcast, is to have a good time, have like fun, talk about things that we enjoy, but also you guys enjoy as well. It's like, it's a podcast open to everyone. So like for audience, I feel like it's, even though it's Hey Girlie, it's not for just for the girls.
Yeah.
But it's for anyone who's just wants to listen to something that hopefully can put a smile on your face if you're having a bad day, if you need, you know, on your like 30-minute commute from or to work, like if you just want to fill that void of silence, like you'd put us on, we'll try to entertain you for the best we can.
For sure. So there are definitely times where I'm commuting because I work with middle schoolers. It gets very crazy and I get very tired. Sometimes I just like turning on talking podcasts because it tricks my brain into thinking I'm in a conversation, but I don't have to participate. Yeah. It's like a parallel play situation, and I very much just enjoy that.
Yeah. And it's just going to be like fun, like things that we do. Like eventually, like we'll have like actual topics that we'll like, probably talk about. So like some like fun topics that we kind of like threw out there was like a throwback episode because we grew up in like the early 2000s. We were born in like we both were born in 2002.
Yes.
And so we grew up like especially in the early Disney Channel era.
Oh my god.
Like we grew up like during that time, and it's like a throwback episode of like those shows and things that we talk about.
Talking about Y2K.
Oh, Y2K. Ah, dang it. Sorry, the blanket.
For audio listeners, the blankets are falling.
Yeah, the blankets are falling
apart.
Our set is falling apart. But yeah, so like fun episodes like that. Like I really want to do a Bridgerton episode.
Oh, that would be delightful.
After, but she has not watched that season yet.
I need to finish it.
We have to wait on that.
We'll get there. But I'm excited for that. So clearly, we're just going to have a wide range of topics we're going to discuss, and eventually we're going to open it up to the audience, being like, what do you want to hear? Potentially doing like advice segments, or we've joked about doing like a summer series of, I'm not going to spoil what that's going to be, but
summer thing. We have like a summer plan like in place that I am very excited for, and I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be so hilarious, and we're just going to have a great time. Also, that is another thing that I like definitely want to do, is because like you are very into improv, and we both really like comedy and all that.
Yes,
I definitely want to just do like funny bits and things that are just like,
of course,
bring some like comedic,
some levity
aspect to it. Like that would just be so fun.
Right. No, absolutely. We have big hopes for this thing. It's going to be a little not cohesive, I think, where it's just like we have a general plan, but every week is different.
Yeah, so it's kind of gonna be one of those things that it's like you don't know what our topic's gonna be next.
Exactly.
You'll have to come and find out. And learn with us about where this show is going.
Because sometimes we don't even know.
Yeah.
Like in the best way possible.
Yes.
Let me clarify. We're not unknowledgeable.
We know what we're doing.
We're just yes-anding.
To an extent.
We're yes-anding. It's fine. But at the very least, whether it's like a topic you enjoy, a topic you're like, I could skip this, or, it's always going to be a safe space. It is not going to be a space where we're here to judge people or make fun of people. We're here to just provide a comfy area. Come hang out with us for like a lunch break. But I do hope to kind of use this platform to talk about some, issues that are happening in modern time, like in our world.
Yeah.
It's a safe space. Everybody is welcome as long as we're being tolerant. That's my big thing. We're community. We're here to support each other. We're here to have a good time. And we hope to model that, as the host. It's our job to show, like, hey, everybody just not be dicks to each other, please.
This is the kind of fun question we posed on our little outline thing, but what's one of your goals for the podcast, besides, like, creative outlet and stuff? What do you want to get from this?
To get on the Muppet Show. I had this conversation with a coworker of mine because we were over for craft night, and we said,
this is the kind of fun question we posed on our little outline thing. But
famous enough
what's one of your goals for the podcast, besides like creative outlet and stuff? What do you want
New Year's Rockin'
to get on the Muppet
Watch
Show?
out, Anderson. We're coming for your jobs.
I had this conversation with a coworker of mine because we were over for craft night, and we said, hey,
for this podcast, honestly,
I just want to be famous enough to be on the Muppet Show.
You know what? We got Muppet Show, and we're taking over New Year's Rockin'
New Year's Rockin'. Watch out, Anderson. We're coming for your jobs.
It's fine. The Muppet Show is crazy, but I love that.
The Muppet Show. I would love to be on the Muppet Show.
Indeed.
Yes. A goal of mine for this podcast, honestly, is to grow our audience, and especially like just grow the audience, grow the community. And see this like whole project as a whole just grow over the next year.
Right.
And I also, shooting for the stars here, I also would like to get like our first sponsor.
Yeah,
or something like that, because I think like that's also like we'll work our way towards that, but be like
I frequently say
We're setting
I
our
wish somebody could
short-term
draw
goals
fan
for
art
sure.
for,
Short-term
like,
goals.
this
I was gonna say, I
campaign
think
myself.
I would like to see us get our
to
first
receive
100
my
listeners.
first bit of fan art.
Yes.
from you.
That would be kind of fun. It's a
Even if
smaller
you are not
number,
an
but we can
artist,
attain
I
that
think
in
that
a
would
year,
be
I think.
delightful.
Yeah, you
Or
know,
just
and it would be fun to
something
look back on
related
this.
to, hey, we like your show.
Oh, look at us! Look at us go! But yeah, no, that's kind of my short-term goal for it. And also, as somebody who plays D&D, I frequently say, "Oh, I wish somebody could draw fan art for like this campaign other than myself." I would love to receive my first bit of fan art from
of
somebody.
you.
Like, even if you are not an artist, I think that would be delightful. Or just something related to, hey, we like your show. But yeah. Thank you all for listening into the first pilot episode. I'm so happy that you were here. I'm happy that I'm here. And we hope as we continue to grow this podcast with you all that, you know, we can provide some good content, some laughs, and just all around a good time. And
Yeah. And just, like she said, have a good time. Have a fun day with us. Night, day, whatever you're listening or watching. We just hope that you are able to enjoy your time here.
yeah, and if you did enjoy this pilot episode, we would love to see some interaction from you. We have a couple of socials going up. We have an Instagram running. We have a TikTok, which I believe are all titled at Hey Girlie Pod.
Yes.
Let me
we
double
also
check
have,
on that.
I will say we also do have a Substack, which is titled the Hey Girlie Podcast, and that will have everything
Correct.
listed on it. So it will link you to the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube channel.
Mhm.
We also, and then we'll also link to Spotify. And we are trying to work on how to upload to Apple Podcasts as well.
Correct.
So we're essentially going to be, we're 100% going to be on Spotify podcasts. And then we will also inform you guys once we are up and running on Apple Podcasts as well. But for the meantime, check Spotify. That will probably be your go-to at the moment.
Correct.
You can also watch us on YouTube as well, because we will upload this as well.
Yep.
And follow us on our socials to keep up to date about when new episodes drop, when anything that we're talking about. We will definitely be asking you like questions that you like want us to answer, like Q&As and things. So check for any polls on our socials and all that. So keep up to date with us. We will see you in the next episode. Remember, episodes drop every other Wednesday. And until then, bye, girlie!